गाइस, मैं आपको माय फर्स्ट डे एट स्कूल के बारे में पढ़ के बता रही हूँ। ओके, तो आप ध्यान से सुने और रीड भी कर सकते हैं। द डे व्हेन माय 6th class result was announced, my father was officially transferred to Delhi. I had secured second rank in class with distinction in 4 of my subjects. So far, all through my school career, I had been among the topper of my class. The teachers were fond of me and I respected their helpful attention towards me. They helped me to maintain my learning. Also, I enjoyed the company of good and studious friends. The very thought of leaving my school and friends had made me sad. In Delhi, we came to stay with my grandparents. They told us about a reputed school nearby. My father made inquiries and after a few days, one morning, took me to the principal. I felt nervous walking in the office premises of this multi-storied school building. We had to wait for a few minutes before we were shown into the principal's room. We greeted him good morning. He replied in a serious tone and offered us the seats. The principal appeared to be middle-aged, stern man, well poised behind the large table on which paper and other objects were neatly set. He had in front of him the application my father had submitted for seeking my admission. The principal asked me numerous questions pertaining to my previous school, friends, teachers, and past academic records. At first, I was hesitant, but his friendly mannered, despite his serious appearance, made me relax. And I replied to every question he asked. The principal was impressed by my answer and soon showed his approval for my admission. He signed the application form and wrote admitted on the corner. He then briefed me about a few rules and regulation of the school and said that if I continued to be a position holder of my class, he will sanction a scholarship for me. Saying this, he smiled and wished me good luck. I had already begun to like his school, where such a man was the principal. I thanked him and he shook hands with my father. We were asked to wait outside as he told the peon to call my class teacher to his office. My father paid the fee as I looked around, wondering who my class teacher will be. Soon I saw a lady walk into the principal office. I waited eagerly for her to come out my principal office. I waited eagerly for her to come out. My curiosities for my class and classmates made me restless. Soon The lady walked towards us. She introduced herself as my class teacher and said that she was happy to add a good student to her class. My father thanked her and left. She took me to my class and introduced me as the new student. The student reached in such a manner that surprised me. It was as if they were expecting me, but they all remained serious. The teacher asked the student to make room for me and said that I should sit here. Should sit there every day. The student I sat next to did not even say hello. I felt very alone and stupid. My fingers tingled on the only notebook and pen I had with me that day. The teacher seen my uneasiness and asked me to stand up and introduce myself. She in turn introduced the class to me. After the introduction were over, they began to teach and in between even asked me if I should understood. Next to the principal, I liked my class teachers, but I still wondered about making good friends. All my doubts cleared when the bell rang. As soon as the teachers left the class, the students surrounded me. What I felt was their aloofness and indifference was just discipline. The monitor of the class introduced me to all the other teachers who took our class. Very soon the monitor, who was also the best student in the class, became my good friend. During the lunch break, a few of the classmates shared their lunch with me. They came forward to help me with noting down the syllabus and a few notes from the lesson I had missed. I no longer felt alone, and I realized that my first day at school was over only when the last bell rang. I liked my new school. Thank you, guys.